you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Aparna Chandran here, and today I thought I would take you through a day in the life, active rest day, but also talk about a few of the things that are said on social media about fitness and whether they're true or not. Basically, we're going to be busting some myths, some things that I'm very surprised are still going around. I've made shorter reels about this, but I really feel that this deserves more attention. So as the day goes by, I will be talking about some of them as well, and hopefully it helps you out. But today is also an active rest day because I've just been working out so intensely for the last few days with my boot camp and playing basketball. I actually got a deep tissue massage yesterday, and like the genius that I am, I played basketball about 4-5 hours after that, and now my body is sore. But anyways, I'm just gonna get out on a little walk, and then I have a stretching session with my bootcamp members because Friday is an active rest day, so we all just stretch, which is good for me because otherwise I don't stretch at all. It's just super boring, even though I know it's super important. But I'm just drinking some lemon water, and now we'll talk about that later. I don't drink it for any other reason other than the fact that I like the taste, and I used to drink a lot of it before and I got out of habit, and now I'm just getting back in it again. Whenever I do have lemons at home and honey at home, I drink it, otherwise it's just water. But I will talk about this myth or this fitness thing later of whether lemon detoxifies your body or not. We'll talk about it, but for now, let's get the day going because otherwise I will not get the work in if I keep talking like this. So I'm going to drink this, get out on a little walk, do some stretching, and then we'll check back in with you for breakfast. Alright, it's breakfast time. Usually I'm just running around, so it's usually smoothies, eggs, or maybe even yogurt bowls. Or if I order South Indian, then I order from Sangeeta. Like the 14 idli, mini idli sambar is just to die for, and I can't make sambar as good as that. So I order from there. But today, since I do have a little bit of time, I'm going to make some granola because I get through my granola packets like crazy. This is the third packet this week, and each packet's about 350 grams. The third packet, I get through my granola like crazy. I just keep snacking on them, so I'm going to make some granola, and I feel like a little bit something sweet today, so I'm going to be making some pancakes while I talk to you about some myths in fitness and nutrition. Let's go.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by, it doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling but the feeling is...
Now that granola is in the oven, let's make some pancakes, and I have two very sad looking bananas because they became overripe and I forgot, and now I have to use them and hopefully they taste alright. But while I am doing that, I'm going to talk to you about lemon water. Early mornings. Lemon water with honey, that is warm water with honey. I need a fork. Warm water with honey. Does it help with weight loss, detoxifying your body, bloating? And the honest answer is no, it doesn't. And when I first had it, I really just drank it with that mindset saying I wanted to lose weight, and I read somewhere about lemon water and honey helping with weight loss, and I was just very oblivious, very naive, I would say, that I didn't research about anything and I just started drinking it, and psychologically I was like, you know what, it's gonna help me lose weight. And what actually helped me lose weight was I just stopped eating, but that's a whole different story. But all in all, there are literally no studies to prove that lemon water does help detox your body early in the morning or does help with weight loss. Sure, it tastes great. Honey has some nutrients, lemon has vitamin C, and if you don't like drinking plain water, then that's great. You can do that. And I'm just talking to you, waving my hands without making the pancakes. But yes, lemon water technically just tastes good. Right now, I drink it only because of the taste. But in all honesty, it does not help you with weight loss. It does not help you with bloating or detoxifying your body. If you want to detox your body, all you need is water, and your kidney and liver are good enough. And debloating, look, that doesn't really work. Most debloat drinks, in my opinion, are just laxatives that help you go to the bathroom. So when you go to the bathroom, you feel empty and your stomach looks less bloated. That's the oven going off. You feel less bloated. And all of these greens powders, I made the mistake of taking all of them before, but I eat greens as it is in my daily diet. So I don't really need supplements like that. So guys, just focus on getting everything from whole foods and not relying on supplements all the time. For where were we? I had to concentrate on making my pancakes. But like I was saying, lemon water doesn't necessarily help you with weight loss. It tastes great, it has great vitamin C. If you really want to detox your body in the morning, water is good enough, and your bodily functions are good enough for that as well. And debloat drinks, in my opinion, they're really just laxatives which help you go to the bathroom. So once you go to the bathroom, your stomach is empty and so it looks less bloated. Only few things that I do that helps with bloating, I would say, or rather helps with digestion, which helps prevent bloating, is taking fennel seeds. I used to do that as a kid. My mom used to give it to me all the time when I had a bad stomach. So just fennel seeds, raw fennel seeds are great, and I also love the taste of them. So I take them every night after dinner, whether I feel uncomfortable or not. But natural ingredients like that can definitely help with gas, with bloating. But reminder, nothing just magically makes your bloating disappear. You just need to get in some movement, get in good nutrition, make sure you're not eating anything that you might be allergic to, or in case you have IBS or any digestive issues, make sure that you're eating food that does not trigger that, and just go get it checked with a specialist. Don't just follow some random diet online which says, oh, these foods are inflammatory, so you should eat them to stop bloating. Guys, every body is different. There's no particular food that can magically make you lose fat, make you look less bloated. Yes, sure, there are combinations which are great for your health, which provide great nutrients, help with nutrient absorption, but no food is magically going to help you lose weight. If that was possible, then everybody would be walking around with six-pack abs. So just a reminder, do not fall for these things. Just make sure that you wake up, get in a good breakfast, get in some movement, drink some water, and then start your day to feel energized. I did also realize that I didn't give you the ingredients for what I put in the pancake, so I'm just going to list them down below. It's not some special recipe, honestly. It's just something that I make with ragi flour, because I've seen a lot of recipes with like buckwheat flour, but I don't really get buckwheat flour here. So ragi flour works, and I generally put almond flour, but don't have that. So I am just substituting it with protein powder. And that's one more thing. Guys, with the protein powder, I've been experimenting with not using so much protein powder, because in between I got a lot of digestive issues, and I thought, you know what, protein powder is probably something that I should stop taking, because that's literally the only processed food I take right now. And so I've been stopping it for a while. My bloating. I wouldn't say bloating. My digestion has been way better, and I also don't want to be hung up on protein powder all the time saying high protein, high protein, high protein. I'd rather get it from whole foods. You need protein, but you do not necessarily need protein powder. This is another thing I want to tell you. I will elaborate on this later in the video as to why, because I know a lot of people are always, especially now, are always worried about protein intake, and they're like, oh, I need a high protein diet, I need to buy protein powder, I need to eat eggs, I need to eat chicken, I need to eat this, what can I eat for protein? And I think there's a huge debate about protein in general. So I will talk a little bit about that later, but I'm just trying to finish the protein powder that I have so that it doesn't go to waste, which is why I am using protein powder right now, and I also needed some oil. Right. Also, by the way, I'm not an expert, and I've got flour on my shirt. Okay. I am not an expert at making pancakes at all. They never come out round. So I'm going to try the best that I can, of course, but do not judge me. Alright. So just a little bit of coconut oil. I don't like to use too much. And we're going to make mini pancakes today because I want to make sure that they don't break when I flip them. So just little bit of the batter on the pan.
For making mini, I just make 3 at once because I don't have the patience to stand here. Cooking for me is a big thing, so I just like to make things that are quick, easy, do not require me to stand in the kitchen the whole time. And in case you're wondering about the background noise, that's just my oven going on.
Feeling is all gone. Feeling is all gone. If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew.
Alright, I'm gonna eat this and get to some work because it's Friday. I have a lot of things to wrap up before the weekend comes in, because this weekend I don't want to be working, I just want to chill. So I'm going to get to some work on my laptop, and I will check back in with you very, very soon. Defense, man! Oh! Hi again. So it's almost 12 p.m. Guys, first of all, apologies. There's just construction work going on all around my house, and it's just so hard to shut out the noise. It's a wonder that I can even get some work done here, but I did. I got some work done. I watched the NBA, as you saw, and I'm annoyed. Lakers were this close, like literally this close, but it is what it is. But anyways, I got some work done. I put down some nutrition PDFs for my members, wrote down workouts for phase 2 of my bootcamp workshop that's going on Instagram, and also shared some member wins going into the weekend, just as, you know, a fitness reminder and motivation. You can check it out on my community page on YouTube or even on Instagram, which, if you don't follow me on Instagram, by the way, I'm gonna link my profile down below. I give you a lot of no BS fitness and nutrition advice, which hopefully helps you out, so do go check it out. That being said, something just came into my mind as I was sipping on a cup of peppermint. Yes, this is peppermint tea. And this is a question I get a lot. Do we have to eat multiple smaller meals in a day? Can we just stick to 3 meals a day? Is snacking bad? Can we snack? Or is snacking the reason for weight gain? Now, the answer to all of these questions is not black and white. There's no right or wrong. It totally just depends. Yes, there is something called thermogenic effect of food, which is basically the energy that our body burns while digesting food. But this does not mean that that energy is so big that it will just help you lose weight or lose fat. That energy release is tiny. So it's not too much, because your weight loss and fat loss at the end of the day will depend on your workouts and your nutrition routine overall. But does that mean you have to eat multiple meals, or you can eat 3 big meals a day? Totally depends on you, your lifestyle, your appetite. Personally, for me, I have a very small appetite. I cannot eat big meals in one go. Like you saw, my breakfast today was fairly a larger meal. Generally, it's just yogurt bowls or like green smoothies, which are very light on the stomach. And then I feel hungry like 1.5 hours, 2 hours later, and then eat again and snack again.
So if you are like that, then it makes sense to eat multiple meals in a day if you also have the time and if your lifestyle permits it. I work from home. My job is like literally just fitness and nutrition. So I have the luxury to do all of this. Maybe for someone who's working in a corporate or is a busy mom who's also working a job, they might not have the luxury to do this. So it totally depends on your lifestyle and what you can incorporate to make it sustainable. If you are someone who has a big appetite and you can't do with multiple smaller meals and you need one proper huge meal for, let's say, breakfast, lunch and dinner, go ahead, do that. But make sure that you are within your goals, you're eating healthy food, whole foods, maybe in a slight calorie deficit if your goal is to lose fat or lose weight. Now, when I say slight calorie deficit, you don't need to necessarily count calories, but you need to make sure that you are burning more energy than you are consuming. And is snacking bad? Not really. Snacking is not bad. The only difference that actually, sorry, my English. The only thing that actually makes a difference is what you snack on and how much you snack on. If you're going to sit and snack on, let's say, 2 cups of nuts or biscuits and chocolates and chips all the time, yes, that's going to be a problem. Not to say that you can't eat it at all. You can enjoy it in balance once in a while, but make sure that you're also getting in healthy snacks which have a good balance of carbs to give you energy, protein to keep you full, fats to stabilize your energy levels. So as long as you're snacking on the right things, if you are hungry, snacking is not bad for you and it's not going to hinder your weight loss, fat loss or any sort of fitness progress. Now, that being said, I usually snack, but today I'm not snacking only because I don't feel hungry. And it's one of those days, like some days I do feel hungry, some days I have multiple snacks before lunch. Today, probably because I didn't work out, I'm not as hungry, but you do need to fuel yourself on rest days. So hopefully this information helps you out. Just to summarize again, you don't necessarily need to eat 5-6 meals a day. You can stick to 3 smaller meals. Snacking is not bad for you as long as you do it right, as long as it's aligned with your fitness goals. And just because someone tells you eating 5 meals is good or eating 3 meals is good or eating this type of food is good may not necessarily mean that it works for you. So just do what fits into your lifestyle, what aligns with your goals, what is sustainable for you. Underline sustainable because that's the most important point. Because guys, if your diet is not sustainable, actually I shouldn't use the word diet because diets technically just set you up for failure. Otherwise, you wouldn't keep going back to them and switching between diets. If your nutrition routine, if your eating habits are not sustainable, you're never going to stick to them and you'll keep yo-yoing and seeing fluctuations in your weight and your fitness progress. So do something that's sustainable for you and it may not be the same as what you see online or what works for somebody else. So trial and error, tune into your body signals, figure out what works for your body and do that. I will see you next at lunchtime. I am actually heading over to my parents' house because my mom's making comfort food and I will show you what it is at that time. But it's just food to die for. And I don't cook Indian because my mom lives close by and it's obviously way better. So why should I cook Indian when I can get it from her? But of course, I don't go there every single day. It's just a one-off because my brother's also down from the US and my grandmom always feels like, we should sit as a family and eat together, which is nice. I can take a little break from work to do that. So I will see you at lunchtime. I will get on with work. I have to film a few videos for you and I will see you soon. Okay guys, it is almost lunchtime. It's like 1 p.m. and like I said, I am in my parents' house and now I can't vlog because I am so conscious of everybody looking at me here. But there's a lot of bloopers now. What to do? Okay. Hi guys. Like I told you, I am in my parents' house for lunch and that's my brother trying to video bomb. But lunch today vlog bomb. Let me vlog, please. It's fine. I don't need to say hi. Okay, guys, I'm in my parents' house. It's a lunchtime. We're having veg pulao and dal. Like I told you, it's comfort food, which is why I'm here. And I don't cook Indian because my mom cooks Indian for me, and it's the best of both worlds. But anyways, I don't have anything else to talk about right now. And everybody around me is just making me very cautious that I'm vlogging, and they're just trying to make me laugh. So I'm going to shut off this video right now and just enjoy lunch, and I will check in with you later. Bye. I am back home, which means I can talk to you guys properly, and there's no one to interrupt me. I kid you not, the last clip that I just filmed and showed you guys took me over 20 minutes just to film that tiny little thing. But anyways, we have a change of plans today. Was supposed to be a rest day, but my trainer texted me and asked me to come in for a functional training session, which I cannot say no to because these training sessions are so much fun. We use tires, we use battle ropes. I will take you guys along as well, but it's so much fun. So we're gonna have to do a rest day on Sunday this week. I think I'm feeling okay because I did rest throughout the morning, really didn't do much, just walked in the morning and then stretched. So I think I'm good to go, which is also why I've been snacking on granola as I told you in the morning. I've been snacking a little bit just so that I have enough energy because this session is going to be intense and a lot of fun, even though it's just 30 minutes. So I'll probably run there to warm up and then get started with the session. But anyways, now I'm going to share a little bit about my training, which I've been talking about in the last few videos if you haven't seen. And I think the last time I spoke about it in detail was when I was in Bali and I was sharing all of this with you guys. But I really did just want to share because I am learning new things every single day and letting myself adapt so that I can see progress. I'm not gonna lie, I do have a few goals this year. One is to be able to do pull-ups again, improve overall strength, improve agility, speed, and I also have a few physique goals, which I'm not gonna lie about, but I am not starving myself for doing anything extreme to achieve those. I'm making sure that I'm training properly and my nutrition is on point. Now, that being said, when it comes to nutrition, there are two extremes. I wouldn't say extremes, but there are two opinions. Now, you see a few set of people telling you to be on a calorie deficit, to eat less, which is when you're going to lose weight and lose fat. And then on the other end, you see people telling you to start eating more, which will help you lean out, build muscle. And so by eating more, you will actually look leaner. So what should you do? Well, it completely depends on where you are in your fitness journey, what your goals are, and how your body is adapting currently. So let me give you an example. If you're someone who's never worked out before and you're just getting started with the fitness journey and your goal is fat loss and weight loss, then yes, you need to be in a slight calorie deficit. Have a good balance of foods in your diet, but also make sure that you're working out consistently to lose fat, to lose weight, to see the change. But if you are someone who's been in a calorie deficit, meaning eating very less food and overtraining for a long period of time, then you need to start eating more food, because this is exactly what happened to me. For years, I was eating way less food. I was eating way too less, and I was also training very intensely, about 6 to 7 times of the week, which meant I looked very skinny. I had less fat, but I also had less muscle. Now, what happens in this situation when you are in an extreme calorie deficit for a long time is that your metabolism also starts slowing down. Your metabolism is not broken like people say, but as you lose weight, your metabolism also starts slowing down because your body needs less energy for all the vital functions that it needs to be doing. So when your metabolism slows down, it is harder for somebody to continue losing weight or continue seeing progress, which is why weight loss plateaus happen in the first place. So if you do want to start building muscle, then you're going to have to start strength training. And in order for your muscles to grow, you need to start fueling your body with the right kinds of food, because without food, your muscles are not going to grow. And the more muscle you have, the better your metabolism is, which means your resting metabolic rate becomes higher when you have more muscle. Now, what is your resting metabolic rate? It's basically the energy that your body is using when you are doing literally nothing, when you're just sitting. This is the energy used for absorption, for digestion, for transporting nutrients in your body, and so on. So the more muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate is, which means it's easier for somebody to maintain fat loss or lose fat in their body, which comes from eating more food to build muscle. So that's why it's very, very important to understand your goals. If you're someone like me who's been eating way too less, then you need to start increasing your food intake and start eating a little bit more in order to lean out, because then you're going to be building muscle, which means you will lean out more because your metabolism becomes better. But if you're someone who's just starting out on a fitness journey and you're looking to lose some fat, you've never worked out before, you struggle with overeating and binge eating, then yes, you need to start eating lesser bit by bit and be in a calorie deficit to actually see the results. So don't just blindly follow something that you see online where somebody tells you eat less, where somebody tells you eat more. It really is aligned to what you want to achieve, where you want to go with your fitness, and what sort of goals and performance goals you have. So hope that kind of helps, and I will be talking a little bit more about this and sharing more as well. But guys, just remember that whatever you do in terms of your fitness, it's highly individualized. Yes, look at things online, follow tips, follow people you like. They can be role models. I have many role models, but pick and choose what works for you, because what works for them may not necessarily work for you. So it's very important that you trial and test few things before sticking onto one plan. It's your body, so you need to start understanding how it's going to respond and how it works with changes in life. So hopefully this helps, and I will show you the training that I do today. I'm going to snack a little bit more before heading out. I'll probably head out in like about 15 minutes. Just run there, so I'm not going to eat too much because then I'll feel nauseated. But I'm going to eat a little bit and I'll try to show you what I do at training. And after that, I will also speak about structured workout routines and how you can manage it, and how not everything that you see on social media is completely true. So hopefully this helps, and I will check in with you very, very soon. Guys, this is where I first started my training when I was in college, and this always has my heart. Like, I hate gyms, but an outdoor space is amazing to work out. Hi, sir. Uncle, how are you?
How are you?
Good, I'm early today.
No, why are you doing this every time? At the same time. Are you doing good?
Yeah, I'm good, uncle, I'm good. Kaiya, adha basketball la idaiche. Ana, anike sonnena illiya? Unga kitta solliyo, vera yaar kitta sonna? Huh?
Side.
Side ah? First na straight முடிக்கிறேன்.
ஆனா அது ஒரு 80 முடிஞ்சிச்சு. அடுத்த சைடு.
ஓ அவ்வளவுதானா?
அடுத்த 5 இப்போ வீடியோ வேணா 5 எடுத்துக்கலாம். அவ்வளோ அதுக்கப்புறம்
சரி நான் ட்ரை பண்றேன்.
அது ஃபைனா இப்போ இது 40 ஒன்றுமே வந்துரும். அதுக்கு 180 இது முடிச்சிடலாம்.
சரி சரி. Guys, that was just our warm up round. We added 2 more boxes, and guess what? I'm actually doing this kind of a workout for the first time after my ACL injury. So, not very confident, but we're gonna try. And we've done 10. We have 40 more rounds to go. Let's do this. Guys, we are finally done. We did a little more than 300. I think we did 320 or 330, because the last one we just did it with burpees, so that counts as 3 rounds. So we did 3 jumps actually, and so we did 108 jumps in that one circuit. By the way, guys, meet my trainer. His name's Mari sir. I call him Mari sir, but his name is Mari, and super fit. Come on, sir. Good job.
more. 8, 9, 10. Come on, come on.
I am so tired. What was supposedly a rest day has turned out into a fun little Friday evening. Fun but intense and tiring. But I'm so happy. You can literally see me smiling like end to end. I think my face is gonna start hurting. But I'm so glad because I feel like I've reached a milestone. This is actually my first full-blown plyometric session after my ACL injury. I've done plyometrics here and there, but not a session like this one. And yeah, it feels amazing. I always felt that, you know what, if I jump over these tools, I might hit my knee somewhere and that might mean another injury and then I'll have to stay in bed for another 6 months, which I didn't want. But as I kept doing it today, my confidence increased. So I'm going to do it more often and I am super pumped and excited for that. But on that note, I did want to talk a little bit about how you can structure your training to get your fitness results, maybe fat loss, build muscle, whatever your goals are. So let's get into it. So if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, you should go, by the way. But if you do follow me on Instagram, you will know that I am such a cardio girl, especially because I've been playing basketball for so long. So if you give me an option between cardio and strength training, I will pick cardio any day. But strength training is equally important, if not a lot more, and I will tell you why. And I do strength training, by the way. I don't miss out on my strength training. But I will tell you why. Now, as I mentioned before, strength training helps you build muscle, and muscle is very important, especially if you want to improve your metabolism, which helps you lose fat faster, also helps you maintain your fat loss much more easily than when you have less muscle. But not only that, having more muscle also improves your bone density, which means that you might get injured lesser. And that's exactly what happened to me when I tore my ACL. Yes, it happened because of basketball, but I was doing so much cardio, I was overtraining so much that my muscles around the knee were not strong enough to withstand the impact. And so when I fell, it just snapped, my ligament snapped. And if I had actually strength trained properly, this might not have happened. So guys, strength training is very important. But I also know a lot of women who come to me and say they don't want to build too much muscle because they feel like they will become bulky. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt the same. I even followed that same thinking because last year, I think 1.5 years ago, I built a lot of muscle. I worked hard, I built a lot of muscle, but I also gained a lot of fat on top of that, which made me look a little bit bulky and a lot more bigger than I was. And the dumbest decision that I ever took and the dumbest thing that I ever did was to lose 7 kgs of muscle in 5 weeks wantedly. Instead, what I should have done was cut down on the fat and retain the muscle because I would have been stronger, I would have looked stronger, I would have even felt stronger. But no, I didn't do that. But anyways, we learned from our mistakes and here we are today. So, ladies, if you're listening to this, building muscle is very important. And no, you're not magically going to become Arnold Schwarzenegger or The Rock. But the more muscle you have, the better it is because as we age, our bones get weaker, we tend to lose muscle mass. So the more muscle you build right now, it's better for you as you grow older because your body will be stronger and you will have lesser medical problems and health problems. Now, when it comes to cardio, does cardio kill gains? Does cardio make you lose muscle? Does cardio make you gain weight, especially around the stomach region because of stress? Well, it completely depends. Just as you do strength training to build strength and to build muscle, you do cardio to improve your heart health, to improve cardiovascular endurance. If you're doing cardio from a perspective of weight loss, it's not going to help because you're going to get obsessed with it and keep running because you just want to lose weight. You might eat extra and then you run. You might feel bloated, you run. You might feel like you've gained a kilo and then you run. That's not what cardio is about. Cardio is just improving your heart health so that you have lesser heart problems, lesser health risks in the future. Now, does cardio kill muscle? Well, if you're doing only cardio, not strength training and not eating enough, then it can kill your gains. Because what will happen is when you start doing cardio, initially you will lose water weight, then you will lose a little bit of fat, and then if you're not eating enough, your body is going to be like, you're not giving me fuel, so I'm going to use the fuel that's available in the body, which is your muscle. So it will start breaking down muscle, to take energy, and that's when you start losing muscle mass. So if you're doing cardio but pairing it with strength training and good nutrition, you will not necessarily lose muscle. And whether cardio stresses you out and makes you gain weight, well, it depends on the rest of your lifestyle factors. If you're already super stressed out and you're doing high intensity cardio all the time, then that's going to add extra stress on your body. And if you're not recovering enough, sleeping well, then yes, that stress is probably going to make you gain weight and make you feel bloated all the time. But if you're taking proper rest, if you're sleeping well, if you're fueling your body well, and you're giving enough breaks in between your maybe high intensity or even moderate intensity cardio sessions and strength training in between, then I don't think there should be a problem. I think right now the problem is in the fitness industry, especially on social media, there's always so much black and white. It's like, oh, if you do cardio, you will get stressed out. If you do HIIT, you will get stressed out. And this works for me, so it should work for you. It's not like that, guys. Everybody is different. You see elite athletes working so hard and they work at such high intensities, and you see them ripped, that like they look fit, they don't get stressed out. It's because they're also recovering properly. So for example, if you choose to do HIIT sessions, make sure you're doing one, maybe two max a week. Some people just even do 2 a month because they go all out. And especially when you do a HIIT session, you need to make sure that you're recovering and resting well after that, because your muscles, your body needs time to recover and repair itself. And when it comes to moderate intensity, it's not too bad. You can do walking, you can go running, you can dance, you can swim, whatever works for you. But just make sure that you are complementing it with strength training, eating good food, eating enough food, and also making sure that you sleep well. If you do that, then there shouldn't be a problem. Now, how do you actually structure your workouts? I, at the moment, do at least 3 strength training sessions for sure. It can be in the form of Pilates, it can be in the form of heavy weights, it can be mixed in with HIIT, but I make sure to get in 3 sessions a week. And then I do 2 HIIT sessions. Again, this HIIT session includes the one which I do with strength training, and then one which is just pure cardio. So HIIT can be like today where I did plyometrics, or maybe some days it can be functional training, or I have my boot camp going on where we do like an agility or a speed workout which is for like 15-20 minutes, and that's how much HIIT is tops. If you're doing HIIT for 45 minutes, it's not actually HIIT. People are lying to you. You're lying to yourself, because if you do HIIT, your heart rate is at like 85-90%, if not higher, and the amount of intensity, if you would rate it, it would be like a 9 out of 10. And you can't be doing a 9 out of 10 for 45 minutes to an hour. 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes tops, because you're really going all out. So that's how I structure my workout routines. And of course, I have one pure core day. This is not necessary, but I just love training my core so much that I have one day where I do purely core and then stretch. But you can also incorporate core movements in your daily routines, and you're anyways working your core when you do compound movements like deadlifts, squats, push-ups. As long as you're bracing and engaging your core and having that mind to muscle connection, you're good. You don't need to train your core separately. And of course, one day is for recovery, rest, mobility, which was supposed to be today and didn't happen, so it'll either be tomorrow or a day after. Now this is my current workout routine, but what I would ideally say is, if you are a beginner, get started with 3 days a week. You can do 3 days full body strength training sessions, and then use the other 2 days to walk, to stretch, to run, whatever you please in terms of moderate intensity cardio, and then slowly increase the frequency and slowly increase the intensity of the workouts depending on how you're progressing and how your lifestyle is. Now if you're someone who's already advanced, and I think this is very important to say, because I've had members who are like, oh, I feel guilty if I miss a workout, so I will train hard like 6 days of the week. Guys, that doesn't happen. You cannot train hard for 6 days of the week, because your body will not recover fast enough for that. And I speak about this in the previous video of mine, which if you haven't checked out, I'll link it below, where I talk about how you can train smarter. Because if you're going all out every single day, it's impossible that you're getting the max out of your workouts. Your body, like I said, needs to recover, especially if you're doing a high intensity training. So I'm not going to explain it completely, but make sure that you schedule your workouts with high and low intensity training so that you get the max out of all your workouts. But that's it about working out and structuring your workouts. If you guys still are like, oh, but I don't have the time to structure my own workouts, well, you can find 30-day guides on my YouTube channel for both advanced and beginners. I'm gonna link it down below. You can check it out. You can completely do this at home. Like I said, I don't like going to the gym. I work out at home or on outside spaces like this. So you can definitely do these at home and it's great. And that's how my members train as well. They're training with me in the boot camps now on Instagram, which if you're interested, you can reach out to me and I will always help you out. But now your girl is hungry, so she's gonna go take a shower and get something to eat. And maybe I will talk about one more thing after this to give you a small little tip before I go to bed. But that's it. I will see you soon. My channel, Aparna here, and today I'm going to take you. I'm feeling it now. The workout's hitting me now. My body's just so tired, and I know that if I don't sleep well tonight, tomorrow I'm gonna be in zombie mode. I will not function, and I do have to go live for my bootcamp members tomorrow. Cannot miss it. So I'm gonna quickly talk to you and then head over to bed. I've uploaded all the YouTube videos that I needed to. So by the time this video goes up, those workouts will already be up and live. So I'm gonna link them in the description box below. A lot of new workouts in on my channel. So check it out and try them out and let me know how you feel. But that being said, I promised you that I have one last thing to talk about. And I promised you that I would talk about it later at the beginning of the video. And that's protein. So again, there's so much talk about protein going on. Protein is like the in thing now. High protein diets. I see people doing 100 grams, 120 grams, 150 grams, 200 grams of protein. And yes, they all look amazing. But is that really necessary? Is protein powder really necessary? Now, all of these questions, it truly depends on how your body works. For someone who's moderately active, they definitely do not need 200 grams of protein a day. Of course, there are various ways to calculate it. Yes, elite athletes, professional athletes need a lot more. But for somebody who's moderately active, you don't need that high of a protein content. And too much of protein without balancing it with other macronutrients can give you digestive issues. And if you're not careful about that, you're going to feel bloated all the time. So when you talk about protein, if you want your body to absorb protein, you need to make sure that you are eating other macros like fats and carbs as well. If you're going to be eating only protein, your body is going to find it really hard to digest, which is why you can get bloating issues, which is why you can get indigestion or you pass gas. Sorry if that's a little TMI, but that is the truth. So you want to make sure that you are not overdoing on just the protein. In fact, your body will absorb optimum protein if you work out enough, eat other macros enough, and sleep enough. Without these other factors, your body is not going to be able to use up the protein that you are actually eating. And about protein supplements, look, very honest, protein supplements are technically not bad for you depending on the ingredients they contain. If they're going to contain heavy metals like lead, then yes, it is bad for you. So you want to check the ingredients, check the brand, check the reputation of the brand before you buy any. And also make sure that none of the protein powders that you consume have a lot of added sugar in it, because again, then that means you're just putting in processed sugars in your body again, which is what we're trying to avoid when we're trying to set out on a health or a fitness journey. And when I say avoid, not completely, yes, you can have it in moderation, but if you're going to be consuming protein powder on a daily basis and then that has a lot of added sugar, then is defeating the purpose. Now, when it comes to protein powder, yes, it can help supplement your protein intake. And when I say this, I mean it supplement. It is not a substitute for your whole food protein sources. It helps for those people who find it hard to get protein from their daily food, or maybe they have a very busy lifestyle and they cannot cook too many times, and so a protein shake is a way to go, or just adding protein in oats, adding protein in smoothies. That's one way to up the protein intake. But if you have the luxury and if you have the time to cook your meals, to prep your meals in advance, and maybe get whole ingredients, and you really love cooking, then you definitely can get your protein from natural sources, and it's not necessary to supplement. What is necessary is that you get enough protein in your body. Whether you exercise or not, there is a minimum level of protein that your body needs to survive, because these literally form the building blocks of our body. It helps repair muscles, it helps us in recovery, it helps build muscle, build strength. So it's extremely important. So to summarize, you need protein. Protein powders are supplements and not substitutes. And to actually get the entire protein profile, you should also be including other macros and micros, which I missed out the first time. Micros such as fruits and veggies, which contain a lot of vitamins and minerals. You need to get enough rest, and you need to be working out just enough to absorb, to get maximum benefit out of the protein that you are consuming. And that is the last thing that I wanted to tell you, and hopefully this has helped you out. I will talk a lot more about each of these topics in detail in different videos, so let me know which topic you would like me to talk about first, and I will give you like science-based facts, entire evidence as much as I can, and also talk from my own experience and help you out as much as I can. So hopefully you like this video. If you did, do not forget to hit that thumbs up button, guys. It really helps me out. And hit that little bell at the bottom, because I'm going to start being more consistent with my YouTube videos, day in the lives, what I eat, just fun videos and a lot of educational videos, and of course a lot of workouts for all of you. So if you're really interested in knowing that and you want to join the community, please do hit that subscribe button, join the community, and also follow me on Instagram, because you can reach out to me there. But I truly hope that this video helped you out, and if it did, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time. But for now, it's good night, because I need to crash. Otherwise, I'm not gonna function tomorrow. Bye.